Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me. I have a project share to show you guys in this video. I was approached by Alina Crafts, or she's also Alina Cutle. I'll put the link down below to her online store. She wanted me to be a part of her design team, and she had sent me these really fun dies, and I'm going to show you some of the projects that I had made with these dies as well, just in case you would like to purchase some of these dies from her store, and just to give you an idea of what I have made for these projects. So I'm going to start with these dies, but she had also sent me these really lovely bright, like they're like sequins or little glittery sequins, and these are great for shakers. You can also use these for clustering on some embellishments. So I've got these ones. And then I also have these colors as well, so nice and bright colors. So these are just great also just for some embellishing. So I've got those. I also have these 6x6 papers, a really lovely soft shabby theme prints. Again, the 6x6 papers, you get 24 sheets, 2 sheets of each, and just really lovely floral prints, soft colors. So these are just some of the ones that are in the pack. So it's upside down. So these are just some of the lovely papers. So she also has papers in her store, dies, stamps, sequins for shakers. So the first one that I have here is this flower die set. You get 2 different style of flowers in 3 different sizes. So that's one style, and this is the other style. So that's a great pattern flower, and they all cut lovely on through your machine. So these are the pieces that I've already cut, so you can see what they look like. So that's the first set, and that's the other one. So that's how they cut, and you just layer them on top of one another, or you can just use one piece if you wanted to. And they're really lovely, great size. And these are the ones that I've already put together just so you could see. So these are just some of the ones that I've made. Let me see if I've got another one here. So I made quite a few. So these would be great for me to add to some of my projects. So again, that's this one. Oops, I don't know if you can see it again. So that's, and all I've done was I just sort of swirl them around to give it like a cup shape, and then just added a little flat centerpiece in the middle to finish that off. So that's that one. And then I had got this one here. So this was a fun one. I didn't realize when I had opened the packet, I thought it was just this, it's like a ticket strip. You get like 2 ticket shapes and this piece here, and you also get this little label shape as well. And I didn't realize at the back of the packaging came the clear stamps as well, and I thought that was great. And then what happens when you stamp your chosen stamp onto your preferred paper, then you lay this on top of your stamped piece and you run it through the machine, and then you'll get yourself a little, like a label with the stamp that you had chosen. And then you just add that on top of your ticket strip when you run this through as well, and that just sits on top. And I'll show you the one that I've made. So this is the one that I've made here. So I should have cut one and kept it blank, but I ran 2 different papers, and then I made it like into a little ticket booklet, just punching a circle here and then adding some string. I embellished the 2 ticket strip pieces as well as this one, and then it has these perforated lines here, and you can just tear that off, and then you can add this onto your other embellishments. And so this is how mine turned out, and that's that same flower from that same die that I just shared with you, which was this one. So I placed it on the front here, added some tulle, I added some of those little sequins that was in this little tub, and it's a lovely sequence. It's like an iridescent color. So I just popped a couple of those there, and this is the little label that was on that stamp, which was this one here. I used this bottom one here that says thank you. So I stamped it on some cardstock, then I placed this on top and then ran it through the machine, and then I got myself this little label. I just put some foam dots to raise it up. And then the other piece was the same. I added one of those flowers, the other pattern, and then again I stamped one of the stamps onto some paper and then ran that through and did the same thing. And this turned out really cute, and this makes a great little gift as well. You can just run through a few of these ticker strip shape, which is this one, and just stack them on top of one another, and you can gift this with the embellishments already made, so then they can use that in their projects. So that's that one. Then I made, I'll show you this one here. This one is, it's like a faux stamp shape or postage stamp shape, and you get quite a few in this pack. So you get a large size. I haven't taken this one out. So this is a really large postage stamp shape, and you also get this piece as well. And you can see I haven't used this one yet because it's still joined. Let me just try and get this out without damaging it. Should actually just use some cutters. Just do that for now. So you'll get this piece. You get like an outer piece that cuts out like a mat, and then when you cut this piece out, you get this piece as well, so you can place that on the inside. There is another size, which is one size smaller, and then that gets placed on the top as well there. Or you can use them separately as well. You don't have to use them on both. Then there is this piece for this size, and that gets placed there. And then there is this piece, which I do have the smaller size. Oh no, sorry, it comes only as a 3 set. So there are 3 pieces that they come in, but you get 6 dies altogether. So you get 3 of the sorry, I'm all over the place. So you get 3 of those, and then 3 of the postage stamp shapes. And I'll show you what I've made. I didn't use the larger one, just use a smaller piece. And I just made this cute little embellishment here. So I did use a smaller one, and then what I'd done was you get the smaller piece, which I had cut out. You can see here, that's the rectangle matted piece that I placed on top of the postage stamp on top of that. And then I also added one of the flowers again from that same die, which was that one. Added a word sentiment, and then this lovely heart shape with the like a knitting shape. That's just from another die that I have in my stash, but it turned out really pretty. I like this one. So this is a great little embellishment. I even added some tulle here on the back as well. So that's that one, using the postage stamp shape. So I'll place that there. And then this one here, this is a great die. I'm going to say this is one of a really fun die. There's a few ways you could make your projects using this die, and I'm going to show you what I've made, because there are 2 ways you could use this die, or 3 ways. So let me just get these out of the packaging. So you get 4 pieces of these oval shaped dies. I've got a lovely pattern around the edge, and it also has some stitching around the inside part. So you can see there's some stitching around here as well, and then it has this nice sort of scalloped edge and some more stitching on the outside. And when you run this through the machine, which only had the smaller size. I didn't cut the bigger one. When you run it through the machine, which is this size here that I used, that is what it would look like if you run it through the machine. See how pretty that is? It has this nice stitching around the edge here, and then it has the scalloped edge. Now, I did mention that on the outside of this side, it also has some stitching. It doesn't show it on this piece, but it will show it on the outside part. Can you see that? So if that was placed in there, as if this was just a plain paper, and you're going to place your die like that, you run it through the machine, and when you've run it through, it's going to cut it out like that. So you'll get this piece, which you can then use on your projects, and then you also get this piece here. And this is also a useful piece that you could make your projects. And what I made with my one, I made a shaker, and I did use a paper from the paper pad, which is this one here. And then I also used the iridescent sequins for the shaker. And then I used some of my tulle around onto the back of the opening part to give me the shaker piece, and that's the back. And then you can add a message. You could use this as a tag. You can add it to a page or to a journal cover. So that was really pretty. And then I also made a shaker on its own. Isn't this pretty? Again, I used the same paper as well because I had some left over. And then this is a tiny flower punch that I have. Just punched out 3 of those to add to the bottom. And I did use, I used this one for the little glittery bits inside, as well as this one here. So that's that one. So that's what I made with those. And then, let me just see. And you can also make it so that it looks like this. So that's how I made the shaker. Then I just had another piece of this same size for the backing, for the back. So that's what I made with that. And I also made it into a little, well, you can make this into a journal too if you wanted to. I just made it into like a little card. And then I layered all 4 shapes onto the front. So I did use all 4 of the sizes for the cover. So I did use all these, all 4. So that's the larger one, that's the next size down, and then these are the 2 smaller size. And I've done that. Then I did some embellishing with some of my little bits and pieces, which I think turned out really pretty. I punched out a little hole on the binding part where I bind the 2 pages together. Added some satin ribbon and this tassel. Whoops, it's stuck, and there's a tassel. Yeah, I just layered the inside part as well, just to hide that part where I joined the 2 together. And that turned out really, really pretty. So that's this one. So these are some of the fun projects I had made with this. I then also made a little box, cute little box. Again, like I had said, when you can cut out the piece, you can make it into a box. And then you've got the part that cuts out. I made that into a tag to coordinate with the little gift box. And I just put some little acetate to create the window. So this is a cute little box. And Easter's coming up, so I thought this would be a great way to add some little chocolate Easter eggs in here as a little gift. So there's the inside of the box. So there's room in there to add some little sweets. You can make this for jewelry. You know, you can add quite a few things in this cute little box. So that's that part there, which was this smaller size. I use this size to make this one. And then that's the part that pops out, which I made it into a little tag, and then punched out a little heart using my heart punch to just add to the front of the tag. Punched a hole, and then thought that was another fun way to use this die. So I had a lot of fun with all these different ideas that you can make with the with this size. You can also use this as a frame too. You just cut out, so you can see my paper's not straight, but cut out your paper to whatever size, bigger than the actual die. So for example, this one, you want to just cut your paper a little bit bigger than the die itself, so then you have a border, and then you can make this into a frame, or you could use this as a shaker, and then you can also do it this way. So if you wanted to do it this way for a shaker, the way I done this was I grabbed the two sizes. You want to grab one larger size and the next size down. So for example, they're the two sizes which I'd made for this one. So you I don't have any, okay, I'll just use this one. So what you're going to do, I might use this one because it'll fit. So what you're going to do, you're going to grab your paper, and then what you're going to do is you grab your two sizes, one larger size and one smaller size, and it's going to go down that way. And then what you're going to do, you're going to line it up, place it in the middle of your paper, add some washi tape to both of the dies so that it will stay in place when you run it through the machine and it doesn't move. And then when you run that through your machine, it's going to come out like that. It's going to come out like this, but you will also get the little piece that's in the middle here as well, which will be the little piece. It's not going to be this one. So that's the piece that's going to come out, which is whatever is the smaller size. And then you'll have this, and then you're going to cut out another one of this piece on its own, and that will be placed at the back. It won't have a hole, just replace it back, and then you will be able to create a shaker. Just add some foam to raise it up, acetate, and adhere it together, and then you've got yourself a shaker. So that's how I've done that. I hope that wasn't too confusing. If you would like me to do a tutorial and show you how I made the shaker with these dies, I can do that. But you can use any dies as long as you have nesting dies to create a shaker. You'll be able to make it if you have nesting dies from the same shape in different sizes. If you want to see how I made a box like this one, I can also do a tutorial and show you how you can make one of these boxes as well. You can just put a comment down below and I'll do my best to get around to doing a tutorial for you. But these are just some of the fun projects by Alina Craft or Alina Cutle dies. Again, I'll put the link down below if you're interested in purchasing some of these dies, and I hope you enjoyed my project share, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.